Hello everybody, I am Ben from Team Panic, and today is going to be a bit of a quick video because of course it is the holiday season, so a lot of things are going on in my life. But we are going to be going to ARC's January meet pretty early on in January, so we need to get a bit of robot work done before I go away for the holidays. So the big thing that we need to do at the moment is Annie, are you okay? She needs some upgrades. Right now, she's got a couple of problems going on, and kind of the big one here is that Annie's motor actually mounts to her top plate, which means that to take the top plate off to get to the battery, I basically have to disassemble the whole weapon, and then there's also like 12 bolts or something holding the top plate in place. So that is kind of ridiculous. That's too much stuff, basically. We should be able to get easy access to that battery whenever we need it, and at the moment we can't. So that we need to change. Also, I wanted to change out these side rails. So at the moment these side rails are made of aluminium, and they're made of aluminium tube, which they've been around for a little while. So if you've seen some of the other build videos, they were showcased in those. And I did want to get rid of those, however, my replacements can't actually be made right now because I was intending to make them on my CNC machine over here, but it has been causing me no end of problems. I was a bit of an idiot myself and had the actual bit run into one of the clamps at one point, and that has just kind of opened the floodgates of problems on this thing. So while it was user error, it's also kind of just a bad CNC machine. And of course, because it's holiday season and that next fight is coming up so quickly, we're not going to have time to replace these aluminium side rails. So we're going to need to keep those in place. And yeah, we're just going to have to swap the top and base plates and swap how the brushless motor actually mounts into the robot so that we can actually get all of this stuff working. And we're going to do this again in Lexan, I think. I do like the kind of semi-see-through ability that Annie has got going on right now. So what we're going to do though is before we start cutting Lexan, I just want to see how everything fits up. And that's what we're going to do today. We're just going to do a bit of a fit up. It's not going to be the final product. The final product I'll probably do off camera because that will involve actually the cutting the Lexan. But I don't have time to do that now. I'm going to have to do that basically after New Year's when I get back home from being away for the holidays. So we need to get a 3D printed part done, and then we're going to need to basically pull Annie all the way down to base components and build the thing back up again from there. So let's get to it. So now that Annie is in pieces, we need a few more pieces, the new pieces that are going to make this a little bit better. So those are a 3D printed base plate. This is just the template that I was talking about earlier. Then we need a brand new motor because this one actually has a proper shaft on it. And we need that because we have a brand new 3D printed pulley. Also, once again, just a template piece. This one is for the weapon. Then we also need a motor mount that's actually been cut down a little bit, and a belt. So this is the other big upgrade. We're actually going from this TPU 3D printed belt, which is not the greatest, and I lost a couple of them, to a thick timing belt, which is actually going to help quite a lot. There's going to be no teeth on either of the pulleys, but it's still a thicker, stronger belt, and doesn't have quite as much stretch in it. So hopefully it will stay on a little bit better. Fingers crossed. All right, let's get back to building. And unfortunately, that's all I have time for this week. As I said, I am going on holidays and I've just kind of been up against the ropes trying to just get something done in terms of prototyping for Annie so that I know what I'm doing when I get back in January, because I basically have like 5 days between getting back and then having to put Annie in the arena. So I wanted to know that this was going to be the right way to go before having to do all of that. And it does look like it is. Even with this very, very quick PLA print, the chassis is quite rigid and the motor mount itself is quite rigid. So I'm really happy with how all of that looks. Also, the belt does not seem to interfere with any of the plastic. It seems to miss all of that quite nicely. There's still a few things I need to do. I need to reprint both of the pulleys in ABS. I need to cut down the motor shaft just a little bit so that it doesn't actually interact with the weapon, which is going to be in under here. At the moment, the weapon is going to hit the motor shaft, which we definitely don't want to happen. Also, I need to just double check all of my measurements on this top pulley up here, because at the moment the bolt is the thing riding on the ground and not these. So I'm going to do a couple more prints of that, I think, in the week leading up to the event, because at the moment Annie is sitting up on a slight angle like this, which means the blade is actually going to hit the floor at the back and then raise up at the front, which is not what we want. We want to have the blade nice and flat and level, so we need to get this bolt in the correct position. But that's going to just be a case of juggling around all of these bearings and everything at the front here to make everything kind of flatten off and level back out again. But that is definitely something that we should be able to do. Yeah, so there you go. That is going to be it, I think, for this video. As I said, I'm on holidays, but there will still be videos coming out. In fact, there'll be a Tuesday video next week, as long as that doesn't fall exactly on Christmas. And then there will be a video out the week after that while I'm still on holidays. It's a very quick video as well. It's actually not even a robot video. It's something just a little bit different because, of course, I'm on holidays. So I've got something holiday-y kind of sort of planned. But like I said, it will be a bit of a quick one as well. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next video.